Good morning from Tagazout, Morocco. It is currently Saturday morning and we're getting ready to go on a little weekend adventure to the south of Morocco. If you're new here, hi, hello. My name's Dr. Annie and I'm a digital nomad therapist. I run a US-based private practice while traveling the world with my little family, as you can see right here. Oh, hello! Mubarak and Cici. My husband is Moroccan, and so we're currently spending a couple months in Morocco. And one of the things we're doing this weekend is we're going to go see his sister and visit his sister so Zizi can meet her aunt and cousins. But then also my parents are currently visiting. And so there is a really beautiful beach in the south of Morocco that I wanted to take my mom and dad to because I think they'd really enjoy it. So we're doing a little one-night getaway. And I thought I would bring you guys along because I know a lot of you are really worried about how to balance working and traveling. And one way I do that is just really focusing on working Monday through Thursday or Friday if I end up seeing clients on Fridays. But on weekends is when we try to schedule all of the more traveling stuff. Right now, we're currently waiting for Mubarak's nephew to come pick us up. We rented a car and we'll be loading in the car and getting going. Here we go. Get out of our bag. Where are we going? Where are we going? Are we going on an adventure? Here we go. So something in Morocco is that the police will stop us if they see my dad sitting in the front or one of us sitting in the front, because then they'll be like, you are an illegal taxi. Obviously we're not a taxi, but so we have to be a bit strategic about where people are sitting. Here you go, Titi. Lord in heaven.
We got pulled over?
Yeah, before even we leave.
What did he say once you showed him the passports?
They say like it's okay for your wife and daughter or something, but there is many people. They say like, I said they are family too.
Why can't they be in the car too?
No, they need their own transportation, touristic transportation.
Serious? Well, that's not economical.
Yeah, Morocco, they act as
That we should be taking a taxi.
That's crazy.
Somebody's losing out on money by us all being in one vehicle.
it's not just losing, it's just,
I feel like he was just saying that because he pulled you over and he had to say something. Well, because N-Drives, or like, it's kind of Morocco's version of Uber, but they're not allowed, right?
Yes.
You have to take a taxi or nothing else. Or a bus or something. What do you think, Zizi? You ready to go?
Yes.
Oof, thank God we have a little break. Gotten car sick.
Yeah.
Not a fan of that. In Morocco, they have squatting toilets, kind of like in Asia. But a lot of places have like regular European or American style toilets. But Mubarak's parents' house or mom's house is old enough that it is a squatting toilet. So that is one thing to know about Morocco, is if you're not in touristy areas, they probably have the old style toilets. And also, they usually don't have toilet paper, so you have to bring toilet paper around. So if you ever come to Morocco, just know those two things.
Okay, Mubarak's back. Okay, we can go.
Ready?
Yeah.
Our lunch. Packed up and ready to go. Wow, yummy. Very easy. Wow, yummy. You ready to eat? Wow, it's beautiful. We made it to Mubarak's family's like Airbnb type situation. And we had some amazing food. It's called Rafisa, which is like a really special Moroccan meal. And it was really lovely. And then I like passed out because I did not sleep very well last night. So I think it's gonna be sunset soon. So we might go walk on the beach. But this place is like so cute. Let me show you a little bit. I mean, it's a cute little vibe. Zaynab, what in the world? Oh my god, literally. You don't pay attention to them. What? Just ate dirt. I have to go. Well, she had some Moroccan dirt, so there's that. Hi, Zaynab. So Zizi loves her grandpa. Good morning. It is the morning now. That's why I said good morning. But we have attempted to find some stores, but they are all closed because Morocco is definitely a sleepy town. Sleepy, sleepy. But thankfully there's a restaurant that's open over there. So we are about to go and have some breakfast. Breakfast, like, I don't know, isn't too big of a deal in Morocco. They just maybe have like boiled eggs or tea. I feel like us Americans, we're breakfast eaters in America. Here we go.
Tomat.
We didn't order Zizi anything. Oh no. What are you gonna eat? Hello, hello. We're just waiting for breakfast, so I figured I would walk and talk to you guys. I get a lot of questions of like, what's it like living in Morocco or like being in Morocco, I guess. Because we're not technically living in Morocco. We were in Morocco for a little while because that's where my husband is from, Mubarak. But then we went to Thailand and had my daughter in Thailand. And then we got his visa to the States. And then he just recently got his green card. So we wanted to come back to Morocco for Zizi to meet her Moroccan family because she hadn't met any of them yet. Yeah, so that's why we're here. But it's so interesting. Like, my husband hates being back in Morocco. I think just because he's so much more like familiar with the struggle of Morocco. He also had like lost his best friend. His best friend had like drowned right before we had left for Thailand. And this was his first time being back to Morocco. So I think there's lots of feelings. So he really doesn't like it here. But I really love Morocco. Like, I think it definitely has its problems. I would not suggest Morocco for people who are new to traveling or like super anxious. I think Morocco would be a lot harder for me if I didn't have Mubarak, because I don't speak French. I don't speak the Darija, which is the Moroccan dialect of Arabic, and the infrastructure here, like you can't really like rely on the internet or something. So I think it's definitely a lot harder of a country, but I think it's like really beautiful. I feel like the people are so generous and hospitable. Like they're the most hospitable people I've ever met around the world. It's definitely a developing nation, which means it has its problems, but I also think it's just like a really wonderful place. When you're in more of like the touristy areas like Tagazout, which is like a surf village where a lot of Europeans come, the dress code and stuff is a little bit more open. You know, women wear shorts, women wear bathing suits. But I like personally, when I'm in Morocco, wear shorts when I'm in Tagazout. But like it's obviously cold, so but like you can see I'm like wearing pants. And I wouldn't like wear shorts here. Like when we were packing for this trip, I was like, okay, like I know we're going to like not a touristy place, or at least a like foreigner touristy place. Like maybe Moroccans come here to visit. But anyway, so Morocco, I would say in a lot of places, like you do want to dress more modestly. I also think that Morocco can be hard just because there are like you do get catcalled a lot as a woman. And so if that's something that like really bothers you, Morocco is probably not the place. Like obviously being with Mubarak or like being with Zizi, I get a lot less like comments and stuff. I'm going to turn around. But like before, I definitely got like a lot of comments or like, you know, and it made me uncomfortable, but I wouldn't say like uncomfortable enough to not like Morocco. You know, I would get comments even when I was like dressed modestly, like had nothing to do with what I'm dressed as. But I would say in general, Morocco is like so welcoming to people and are so hospitable, and it's such a wonderful country. Would I suggest Morocco to like a digital nomad therapist? Yes, with exceptions, just because I don't think it's the easiest country to digital nomad from, just because, especially as an American who probably doesn't, if you're an American who doesn't speak English, or I mean, speak French, I definitely know of people who come and live and work here. So it's definitely doable. And I think it's beautiful. But, you know, I've like thought about maybe doing like a month-long residency here where I help like coordinate people, like the therapists living here. Like we all live together in like a co-living space. And I can help coordinate things just because my husband and he has a community of people who could help. But anyway, so yeah, I get asked a lot about what Morocco is like and how I like it. And I love it here. Morocco is one of my favorite places. There are just a couple of things that can make it a bit challenging for other people who don't have the support that I do. But that's not to say you can't find that support, because there's tons of people who are willing to be supportive. So anyways, I think our breakfast is probably ready. So I'm going to go eat some breakfast, and then I think we're going to head out to Mirleft to go check out the arches. So I'll catch you guys in a little bit. Yummy. With some amlou, olives, and olive oil.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here. Go see a pretty beach. We made it to Legzira. There's like a little arch down there. It was such a pretty drive. When I first was in Morocco, there was like this huge drought that made it really dry and like deserty looking here. But now they've had a ton of rain, so it's so beautiful and green. So yeah, we've come here before, me and Mubarak, and I really wanted to bring my mom here because she loves rocks. And it's just like a big archway. Figured they'd really enjoy it. But it's also my dad's birthday too, so it's special to be able to bring him to a beautiful beach for his birthday. I know I started this vlog talking about work-life balance, and I was just thinking about how life-giving it feels to be able to travel and live in beautiful places and having that opportunity. Like, I feel like in America, things are so ugly. But then you come to like other countries and it just feels like they prioritize beautiful things, or I don't know, like living in a beautiful place. Like looking at, Portugal, and all their buildings have this like beautiful tile, and like here in Morocco they have really beautiful tile. And anyways, I think like online there's been this conversation around how much beauty impacts us and the beauty around us. And I don't know, I just feel like in America, I want to say whitewash everything, but they make everything look so bland so that things can be sold again. Or there's these huge parking lots, so it's just like these ugly buildings. Wow, these rocks are really beautiful. I just feel like America has really prioritized profit over beauty and like the well-being of its people, which is not, I'm sure if you're watching this video, you understand that. But I feel like it's just like you come to another country and I feel like you can't really fully appreciate how terrible the United States is in its capitalism until you go to other countries. Anyways, I guess my whole point of this little soapbox is how incredible it is to work during the week, but then be able to experience this beauty during the week, on weekends. Like it really helps my work as a therapist. I feel like when I get to just experience nature and experience beauty, it really helps me feel more grounded when I'm working. So that's something, like if you are interested in becoming a digital nomad therapist, something to keep in mind is that there's definitely sacrifices, but how easy it can be to prioritize your life over working really helps actually your work as a therapist. Shocker, shocker. I think us as therapists think that we have to only prioritize healing people to be effective, but it's just not true. So there's that. If you watched the last vlog, you know that I'm getting back into vlogging, but I feel a bit rusty. But this one I feel a little bit better. Mubarak's sister is bringing a tagine, so we're gonna have lunch on the beach, which, if you ask me, is quite exceptional. So I'm really excited. But yeah, if you guys are liking this, definitely let me know. I'm so curious what you guys are thinking about the vlogs. Like I said, I feel like it's such a skill that I'm hoping to get better at with time. But definitely let me know what you think, because I love hearing from you guys so much. Oh, they got a little tent for us. Okay, so this is what I mean when I say Morocco is so hospitable. Like they have these tents to rent where there's places to lay down and blankets and pillows, and there's these they just know how to make things feel comfy and make you feel so welcome. Good morning. We made it back last night, and wow, let me tell you what. When you're in Morocco, you definitely, if you think something's gonna take an hour, you should expect it to take 2 hours. So we left at 5, and at that point we were almost 3 hours away from Tagazout. But then we were gonna stop to get dinner, and the first place we stopped didn't have anything to eat. And then we went to another place, but went this back way on accident, which ended up being this dirt road. And once we got there, it was definitely this lounging place, people go and relax, where people go and like just have drinks and then leave because not a lot of people were eating. Anyway, so then that took like over an hour. It like took them almost an hour to get our food, and then we all had to go to the bathroom, and then we left, and then it took over 2 hours. So we didn't get home until like 11, which I was like, how did this happen? But that is Morocco. It's like something takes a certain amount of time. You have to expect it to take longer than that. So we all got in. And Zizi had like passed out in the car. So she was like sleeping, thankfully. And I think you saw earlier in the vlog that like the police officers like to pull us over because like they don't allow anything other than taxis. But they do have this thing called InDrive, which I guess is this like illegal app where you can get drivers to come pick you up. So the cops only pulled us over once. And that was like right when we were trying to leave Tagazout. So, but then on the way home, Mubarak was like, put a scarf over your head to make it look like you're sleeping, or like so that you look like you're Muslim so they don't stop us. And it worked. I had just like rested my head on Zizi's head while she was sleeping. So I was like, I really look Moroccan now. A Moroccan mom in a car. We got in and we all passed out. And yeah, and then Zizi woke up at 6:30 this morning and I was like, absolutely not. But thankfully she went back to bed after an hour and we all slept for a little bit longer. But now I feel like I'm like, my face, it like feels like it's all puffy and I feel so dehydrated. But that is the reality of traveling on weekends, is you have to recover a bit. And thankfully, the way that I set up my schedule, I don't see people until the evening or the afternoon. So I won't see people until like noon, and I see 3 people in a row. But thankfully I had a refreshing weekend. And so it's like almost 10 o'clock now. I'll probably just drink a ton of water and drink some coffee and maybe go on a walk, go to the beach to help rejuvenate myself. Maybe I'll go for a swim. That water actually looks quite refreshing. So this is where I'm going to leave you. If you are a therapist that wants to become a digital nomad, definitely check me out and definitely give me a follow, and definitely leave a comment because I love getting comments from you guys. Okay. Well, have a lovely week, depending on when you're watching this. Have a lovely day, night, morning, whatever. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.